Hello, learners. Welcome back. I hope we all are doing great. And it's been like we've been doing a lot and working on our language skills, right? So, today we have an amazing session for you that is for listening and speaking. Now, in today's session, what we're going to discuss about is that how is it possible? See, how is it possible to work on your speaking through your listening activities? Okay. See, if I talk about English, English is a language, right? English is a language. And as a language, if I talk about Hindi also, so for any language to be learned, how do we learn? Like, for our example, our mother tongue Hindi. Did someone come and teach us Hindi at our place? No, nobody came. We didn't have tutors for Hindi. We just listened or we just heard the words and we started speaking, right? So this is what happened when it comes to Hindi, okay, or any other mother tongue. See, we all have different mother tongues, right? So it can be your mother tongue. You have never been to any coaching institute, or you've never taken any classes or personal tutoring to learn your mother tongue. It's just that you heard. What you heard is what you started or what you tried to speak. Now, same goes here. And the same thing works here. If I talk about English, English is also a language. It's not a subject. English itself is a language, and when I talk about any language, for every language, listening and speaking would serve the purpose. Okay? So today I'm going to tell you about a few tips. How can you work on your speaking using the listening activities? They are simple to understand and good to use. So let's move ahead and have a look. Now, the very first thing, as you say, listen to something every day. Now, guys, this is actually important. What happens is, as of now, we don't have that environment. We are not used to English language. Okay, we are not used to this language. We're not used to speaking, hearing, or listening to it every now and then. We are not at all used to it. So to get used to it, we need to listen to something every day that is in English. Okay, something in English. Okay, now when I say something in English, when I said you have to listen to something in English, it can be anything that interests you. Okay, but make sure that it is in English. Anything. See, if you listen or if you watch something that doesn't interest you, for example, you start listening to some intense news in English. Okay, the words that you will be bombarded with, you will not understand that. We don't want that. At first, read what interests you, guys. You have to start watching or listening whatever interests you. Okay, so start listening to any, let's say, English songs, or let's say some series or shows that you watch. Okay, start watching them so that you get used to it. You can even go for audiobooks if you love reading books. Now, to work on your listening, okay, if you want to work on your speaking through listening, you can also listen to audiobooks. There are podcasts that come up. Okay, so guys, start listening. This is important. This activity here portrayed in the picture is actually important. Okay, you can also let's say a few, I would also suggest you that there are a few monologues. Okay, there are amazing monologues by people in TED Talks, right? You can go for that also. There are other talk shows that you can watch. Okay, now at first, do not go for alien videos or people who you don't know. Don't watch their videos. Watch videos that you see people which or whom you know. You can relate to them. Okay, that is what we want at first. And if you do this every day, it would eventually help you a lot. Okay, let's say 10 minutes a day, not more than that, just 10 minutes a day, and it would help you do wonders. Like, once you keep on doing it, it will interest you more, and 10 minutes will go to 20, and 20 will go to an hour's time. Okay, So this is the first step, and the next thing is create the English environment. Now, what do we mean by create the English environment? As I just said, that we are not used to English, or we are not used to talking in English or listening to people in English every day. Okay, not every now and then. It doesn't work for you. Okay, even if it did, okay, what happens is people around us, okay, suppress us. They are like, Acha, why are you talking in English? Can't you tell this to me in Hindi or in this language? But why in English? Are you trying to act smart? And the moment people say this, your confidence shuns. So we don't want that. We want you to create the English environment for your own self. Do it. There are different ways. You can describe things around you to yourself. Talk to yourself in English, okay? Number one is, if you're not finding people to talk to, it's okay. If you think people around you make fun of you and they are not letting you speak in English, but you deliberately or you definitely want, forget it. Don't worry about them. What you do is you describe things around you, the surrounding. Let's say if I ask you about the slide that you're seeing on the screen, how would you describe it? What would you say? Okay, so keep on working. Little I would say details there. I can see a screen that is gray that has a gray background with text written on it in black. Okay, there's an image portraying or displaying English as in tag, which has it has a blurry background which shows adjective and question mark and other punctuation marks. Okay, so when you start describing things to self, this was an example that I just gave you. When you start describing things to yourself, what happens is, whenever you get stuck at a particular point, let's say you got stuck at a word, you didn't get a word, okay, to express yourself. The moment this happens that you don't get a word, you get stuck, look for that word, search that word and find it. Okay, what does this word actually mean? Or what was this word which I didn't get while I was just trying to talk to myself, or when I was trying to describe something to my own self. All right, this is what I want from you from now onwards, and promise to yourself that you will start. See, you would think that people might consider you crazy. Oh my goodness, he or she is talking to their own self. Forget it. Let it be. Let them talk about it. Let them say whatever they are saying, but you concentrate on what you want. You want to achieve something that would actually give you prosperity, that would flourish, like it would bring colors to your career, okay, to your life, and that's important as of now. So forget what others think about it. Do it. Okay. The next tip that I wish to share with you is mimic method, and this is really important. This is an extremely important point. See, mimic method. If I talk about, for example, if I have to learn French language, let's say, if I have to learn French, and let's say I am writing it here on this point, if I have to learn French, how can I learn French? Now, first join a center or go for some tutoring, online tutoring, personalized tutoring if I have to learn French. And what would I do? I would jot down the alphabets maybe, or I would, if speaking, if French is just speaking, then I would just be copying it. What will I be just doing? I would just be copying it. I would just copy whatever the other person is saying, and I would try to speak it up. And that is how I will learn French, and that is how people learn actually. Okay. So what does mimic method mean? Mimic method means that you are going to copy. Okay, let's say if I say that I have been working on the assignment for 2 weeks, and same goes for you. I have been working on the assignment for 2 weeks. The moment you copy me, even if you didn't know the sentence structure, you copied me. And the moment I tell you the meaning of the sentence, you don't have to go for what is tense and what is not. But now you know that, okay, in this context, this is the way we have to frame a sentence, or the sentence is structured. or these are the words, small prepositions for 2 hours, okay, on the assignment. So when you sorry, when you start working on this, when you do this, okay, then only what happens is you keep on working on it and you keep on getting involved in it, okay. So eventually when you copy, you mimic, the pronunciation is correct, you get to know better sentence structures, you get to know better vocabulary words. So mimic method, but do not copy or mimic anyone and everyone. That is not correct, because we say no, even if you copy or mimic, you have to be smart enough, you have to make a wise decision, and that is important. If you don't make a wise decision, then it won't be possible, okay. So you have to make a wise decision while you are going for mimic method. So let's say you want to sound like your English trainer, or you want to sound like someone, your siblings, some of your siblings. Start listening to them. What are they saying? Listening to them, okay, and then copy. So it's just listening, and then speaking. It goes these two ways. Just they are interrelated. Listening, speaking, speaking, listening, listening, speaking, speaking, listening. This is the chain that runs, okay. And the next tip that I have to share with you is, now guys, as I said, mimic method is extremely important. Try that, okay, and it would actually help you. Now the next thing we have for you is fourth point, that's practice over and over. See, practice makes progress. I wouldn't say practice makes you perfect, but practice definitely brings or makes progress, okay. If you are here in English, you can reach here. Through practice, you can reach here, and ultimately you can reach the topmost corner here. But what is important is practice. So whatever you have heard, whatever you've been practicing, whatever you've been mimicking, whatever you've been talking about, or the words that you've learned, or the pronunciation way that you learned, practice it over and over so that you don't forget it. Let's say you've learned, at the moment I said today in the session, I have been working on the project for 2 hours, okay, for 2 hours. The moment I say this, now I have been working, it has been 2 hours that I am working on that thing, assignment or project, right? Now you know that the action is going in, it is in continuation. So the moment you get the essence of the sentence structure, hello, okay. So the moment you get the context, the moment you get it, that okay, this is how you have to frame the sentence, okay, you get the context to know, you can frame your own sentences, start framing your own sentences, and this will eventually help you in developing the context. So this helps in terms of, for instance, for example, when I talk about pronunciation, this is important. Mimic method is specifically important for pronunciation when you talk, okay, when you listen. Next is when you talk about the phrases, idioms, vocabulary. You get to know new words, and the moment you get to know new words, you can put them into use, and it becomes efficient and effective for you then on, okay. So I want you to work on this. Now for your reference, these are the links that I have given. The same links are attached in the description. You can go to the description, get these video links. I'll tell you what these video links are about, so that you can practice listening and speaking. This is what I want. I want you to practice them hand in hand, okay. Listen and then speak, listen and then talk. I want you to do that. So these are the few links that I have shared in the description also, okay. You can get it from there. You can just click on the link in the description. You can reach the video straight away. Now these videos, these 5 links that I have shared in the description with you people, are actually the few, 1 or 2 are monologues, there are dialogues, there are interview sessions, okay, there is one TED talk. So these frames, when I say that these are the 5 videos that I want you to go through, and these are the types of videos. The types of videos that I want you to follow. If I say type A, type B, type C, type D, and type E, Why not? I can say that. Okay, so you can just either control press it, or you can just go to it, or from the description section, from the description. Okay, the links are there in description. I'm stating it again and again so that you guys don't forget it. Okay, and the moment you get it, the moment you see these videos, I want you to follow these types of videos then, okay, to work on your listening and speaking. This is what I want from you now. If you enjoy watching your favorite celebrity, go watch your favorite celebrity. I don't mind. Okay, but when I say that you have to go for your mimic method, you have to practice over and over, create that English environment, listen to something. This is what I want from you people. Okay, so go through these links. Okay, and the moment you go through these links, you will get to know that okay, these are the ways we can also work on our skills. Okay, these are the tips that I shared with you to work on your listening and speaking. I'll be back soon to share a few more things that we have in store for you. Till then, keep working on your listening and speaking skills. We will be back soon. Thank you so much.